All right, everyone, we're going to begin now. So, Justin, can you go to the next slide? All right, everyone. So welcome to the first session of AI 101 taught by Coda Wish. Coda Wish is just a 501c3 nonprofit organization that's run by high schoolers in Maryland and Virginia, but we can reach kids all over the nation. And our main goal is to basically educate everybody on computer science, technology, business, for the future, and to help prepare them for the huge amount of technology that's going to have a presence in society, and to just prepare them for that. So this summer workshop that we're teaching called AI 101 kind of goes along with that theme of trying to educate all teens. And today's session is going to be taught by Justin and Pranava, and it's called What is AI? So
before we begin, we should probably all introduce ourselves so you know who all 6 of us are, or actually 7.
So I'm Faith Cheung. I go to Richard Montgomery High School. I'm a rising senior.
I'm Pranava Nidumolu. I go to Thomas Jefferson High School in Virginia. I'm a rising senior as well.
I'm Iris Go. I go to Thomas Wooten High School and I'm a rising junior.
Audrey.
We can't hear Audrey. Maybe her mic's not working, but okay, yeah. Her name is Audrey, and she goes to Montgomery Blair High School.
Hi guys, I'm Philip. I go to Centennial High School. I am a rising senior.
Hey guys, my name is Justin Wang. I'm a rising junior, and I go to Winston Churchill High School.
And so now we'll begin the lesson. Yeah, next slide.
I forgot to introduce Lucy. Lucy, just introduce yourself.
Okay, hi guys, my name is Lucy. I'm a rising junior, and I go to Winston Churchill High School as well.
Yeah, she's our newest member. Okay, so over the next 6 weeks, we'll be teaching 6 different units, all on AI. Each week, you'll have 2 different teachers. Today, me and Pranava will be teaching you about what is AI.
And next week, me and Philip will be teaching, and then you can see all the rest of the lessons there. And we suggest that you attend all 6 just so you get all the information, and you can attend the special 7th session at the end with the guest speaker and prizes, but it's completely up to you. Okay, yeah, so Justin and Pranava are starting their lesson now.
Okay, before we begin, we'd like to tell you guys about the raffles and prizes at the end of the 6 weeks. You guys probably
No, not here, because my face is here, so then it's gonna block.
You guys probably saw it on the flyer. So how it's gonna work is that at the end of every class, we'll play a Kahoot. And if you participate, you get 1 point. But if you place top 5, you'll get more points. These points they'll add up over the 6 classes. And at the end of all this, you can either use points to enter the raffle, or you can trade it in for prizes. So you guys should definitely stay till the end. All right, let's start.
So do you guys know what AI is? Type it in the chat if you guys know.
No, I'll just vote in the poll. This is a pretty cool webinar thing. You guys can answer in the poll. All right, getting a lot of yeses, couple no's, couple unsures. We'll wait a bit more. All right, well, I think the general consensus is that most of you guys know what AI is. It's pretty good, over half of you.
That's great.
Well,
and
I think the first step in understanding what AI is knowing what intelligence is, because AI stands for artificial intelligence. Wait a second. All right, never mind. First, we'll talk about AI in our daily lives. So I'd like you guys to type in the chat, brainstorm some ideas of AI you've seen in your daily life or pop culture. Some examples I've given you are like Siri or Jarvis from Iron Man. Guys, type in chat some more examples.
Google, yeah, it's a good example. Cortana.
Yeah, Alexa and Cortana are big AI presences.
Yeah, a lot of like those, a lot of those virtual assistants. Alexa and Google, yep. Those are all AI. Now, can you guys maybe think about what makes all of these things AI? Like what is one thing in common between all of these stuff that makes them AI? All right, George, Cheung, I like that. They have intelligence. Ryan, they aren't a living thing. And Matthew, they respond to you. Yeah, these are all pretty good. George, I like that again. They can perform actions. That's what I'm trying to get at here. They can do stuff without us telling explicitly what to do. They're able to perform actions without like humans like using them all the time. Like compared to a wrench, you know, if you use a wrench, you have to actually move the wrench. AI, it does it by itself. And the reason because of that is because of intelligence. Do you guys own any AI? I'll do another poll.
Okay, guys, I just want to jump in here again. Once again, please only use the chat if we ask you to. And if there's a poll, just respond in the poll unless we want you to elaborate. Because when we're presenting, we see all the comments. So it's a little bit distracting when you guys have side conversations. Can you guys try to just stay on task? Thanks.
Wow, a lot of you on AI, huh? It's pretty nice. So what is intelligence? So actually a very complicated thing. So Howard Gardner, he's a very famous psychologist. His definition is the capacity to solve problems or to fashion products that are valued in one or more cultural settings. That's a pretty complex definition. And then there's also Oxford the dictionary definition of intelligence, which is the ability to acquire and apply knowledge and skills. What do you guys think about these two definitions? Do you guys agree with the first one or the second one? You guys can type it in chat. I want to see what you think.
Also, do you guys know who Howard Gardner is?
All right, well, Howard Gardner, he's a famous psychologist. I think now he's a professor at Harvard right now. He's professor of like psychology, and he's really big into like how people learn and how people change over time. Very famous guy. But you know, both I see a lot of like, I like the second one, I like the first one, but these are two pretty complicated definitions. For our sake, we're going to define intelligence as a branch of computer science that allows computers to make predictions and decisions. Now, the fact that they can make predictions and decisions is what makes them so powerful. So it allows them to do stuff without us telling us exactly what they have to do. All right, just keep that in mind. The computer science, predictions, and decisions. It's very important. So there's two types of AI. Strong AI and strong AI and weak AI. Strong AI is AI capable of making multiple decisions and predictions in different situations. Weak AI is specialized AI designed to only solve certain problems. Now, this is actually a very advanced concept. This might be kind of confusing for some of you. Strong AI and weak AI does not describe what the AI can do, but rather how many things it can do. So strong AI is an AI that can do anything. it can do an infinite number of tasks, whereas a weak AI is only programmed so it knows how to do one single thing.
So can you guys think of any examples of like strong versus weak?
Might be easier to think of weak AI. Siri, yep, for sure. All right. Yep, Roomba, that's an AI for sure. Chessbots. Mary says self-driving cars is a strong AI. Well, see about that. All right, so here's some examples of strong AI. I didn't see any strong AI examples. So there's Baymax and R2D2. In case you guys don't know what Baymax is.
Tickly fingers? Never gonna happen. Then what about a grocery?
So, what have you been working on?
I'll show you.
Duct tape? Hate to break it to you, bro. Already been invented. Hey. Ow! Dude! Ow!
This is what I've been working on.
Hello, I am Baymax, your personal healthcare companion. I was alerted to the need for medical attention when you said, ow.
A robotic nurse.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your pain?
Physical or emotional?
I will scan you now. Scan complete. You have a slight epidermal abrasion on your forearm. I suggest an antibacterial spray.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's in the spray specifically?
The primary ingredient is bacitracin.
It's a bummer. I'm actually allergic to that.
You are not allergic to bacitracin. You do have a mild allergy to peanuts.
Not bad. You've done some serious coding on this thing, huh?
Uh-huh. Programmed him with over 10,000 medical procedures. This chip is what makes Baymax, Baymax.
Vinyl?
Yeah, going for a non-threatening, huggable kind of thing.
Looks like a walking marshmallow. No offense.
I am a robot. I cannot be offended.
Hyperspectral cameras?
Yep.
Huh.
Titanium skeleton.
Carbon fiber.
Right. Even lighter. Killer actuators. Where did you get those?
I machined him right here in-house.
Really?
Yep. He can lift 1,000 pounds.
Shut up.
You have been a good boy. Have a lollipop.
Nice.
I cannot deactivate until you say you are satisfied with your care.
Well, then I'm satisfied with my care.
He's gonna help a lot of people.
Hey, what kind of battery does it use?
Lithium ion.
You know, supercapacitors would charge way faster.
Huh.
Burning the midnight oil, Mr. Hamada?
All right, well, that was an introduction to Baymax. Yep. Here's another example of strong AI, which is R2D2 from Star Wars. This is a perfect
R2D2.
Perfect example to show how versatile and powerful R2D2 is in any type of situation.
Your Highness. Power's back! That little droid did it!
R2, get us off this autopilot. It's gonna get us both killed. You did it, R2!
It seems that he is carrying a message from an Obi-Wan Kenobi.
The Chancellor's signal is coming from right there.
Hey, you!
Now, that's better.
All right, well, as you can see, R2D2, you can do a lot of different things in many different places, especially the last one where he uses his rocket thrusters to light the robots on fire. That is a perfect example of strong AI. Shows how they can adapt to anything.
Next, we got weak AI, which are types of AI that only serve specific functions and can't do multiple things. Some examples of this are self-driving cars. Like even though they're self-driving and all, if you put them in a NASCAR race, they won't function well, as you need lots of skill for NASCAR races, such as knowing when to turn, where to turn, how to overtake people. And self-driving cars simply don't have the technology, so they're still classified as weak AI. And another example, like someone said, was Siri. Has a few functions. And another example that I didn't see anyone mention was Netflix, which recommends shows to you based on past shows you watched in the past, which is also considered a weak AI. So strong AI and weak AI. Currently, in today's world, we only have weak AI, and we don't have strong AI, as that's something that'll probably come in the future. Strong AIs are very complicated and hard to make, so we don't have any at the moment. And weak AIs fill the current functions we need them to in our current world.
All right. I'm gonna set another poll. Do you think if strong AI were eventually invented, would it take over the world? In other words, will robots one day take over and kill all of humanity?
It really does need to be big brain, yeah.
Wow, you guys are really split on this. It's almost half and half. 51% say yes, and 50% say no.
In the chat, if you either believe one side or the other, you can explain why. But I personally think that if strong AI were to be invented, it could take over the world, because at some point, I really think that there's a point where like humans can't necessarily control AI if it can do every task without us necessarily even asking it to.
All right, well, these are the 5 big ideas in AI. It's perception, representation and reasoning, learning, natural interaction, and impact. Today, we'll be discussing everything besides learning, because you guys will learn about learning in later units. All right, perception. The use of sensors to allow computers to perceive and interact with the world. These include stuff like facial recognition, speech recognition, and radar or LiDAR. Now, facial recognition would be the use of cameras, like your phone camera, for face filters. Speech recognition, like you guys all probably know, Alexa, Google, Siri, those are all speech recognition. And then radar and LiDAR, which is used for self-driving cars. So we'll now watch an example of facial recognition.
You know how to do that. This one you did a big baby. Big baby face. Big baby face. Ah, ah, ah. What the ice? Say hi. Say hi.
All right, that was pretty nice. It's an example of speech recognition.
When it first arrived from Amazon, I didn't know what it was. What is it?
You'll see.
Is it for me?
It's for everyone. It's called Amazon Echo.
How's it going?
I'm just finishing up right now.
Is it on?
Oh, it's always on.
Can it hear me right now?
Nope. It only hears you when you use the wake word we chose. Alexa.
Well, what does it do?
Alexa, what do you do?
I can play music, answer questions, get the news and weather, create to-do lists, and much more.
Awesome. Alexa, play rock music.
Rock music.
Alexa, stop.
Wait, I want to try. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 3:27.
You actually don't have to yell at it, okay? It uses far-field technology so it can hear you from anywhere in the room.
So it can just hear you anywhere?
Yes. Well, everyone can hear you anyway.
Oh, is that where we're going to put it?
I was thinking of putting it there, but it works anywhere.
Echo is pretty neat because it knows all sorts of things.
It's on.
All right, that was if you didn't know what Alexa was, well, now you know. It uses its microphone and far-field technology to recognize your speech. Now, this is a pretty cool video to show just how self-driving cars work. You see all these lines. These are lines that are supposed to show how radar, or actually LiDAR, works and how cars are able to, quote-unquote, see things and interact with this environment. So you see how because it senses the edges of the road, it purposely avoids that. And then later on, you'll see how it reacts when it sees a human. The LiDAR picks up on humans, and AI is able to respond to that and stop. That shows an example of AI at work. It's pretty cool. Second one is the representation and reasoning. Pretty much what this means is how a computer thinks, because computers and AI are very different from humans. You know, like they think differently from us. And I think a perfect example is showing how a computer would look at a game of tic-tac-toe. I mean, look at this. You know, it can predict every single possibility. I don't know about you, but I sure can't do this. You know, it's able to think so many steps far ahead because it is AI. Because it is an AI, and because it can think so many steps ahead, stuff like this would never happen to an AI.
On your mark, get set, go! Gotta make a layup. Make a layup. You gotta make a layup. There it is. Elisa's got one. Charlene's got one. Run to the middle. Moving at a mid-range pace, I guess I could say. Elisa's got another one. Charlene's got to make a layup. Elisa, okay, going to the far side. Charlene's still trying to make her layup. There she goes. Where's Charlene going to go? Oh, good block, Charlene. Where are we going, Elisa? Nope, 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 Charlene. Elisa, that's already there. Look, find another spot. Here we go. Okay, okay. Okay, here we go again. Here we go again.
If you guys didn't notice, she could have won if she put it right there. It's kind of a, yes, it is indeed a bro moment. An AI would never let this happen.
And there we go. Yep. That's what happens here, I guess. Now, whoever has the most game pieces on the board is going to be our winner. And it looks like 1, 2, 3. Who we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 X's and 4 circles. That means Elisa and our X's are going to be our winner. Despite all of their best efforts, someone's got to win, and it's Elisa.
So AI will never do that.
So natural interaction. An ideal AI, example of strong AI for the future, would be an AI that would be able to interact naturally with humans, that talk like humans and think like humans and even have emotions just like we all do. They should also be able to understand how humans converse with each other, such as conversation flow, Like if me and someone else were talking about something, and if I was talking to an AI, the AI should be able to bring in outside knowledge that we weren't talking about before that adds onto the conversation and goes off of what the previous person said. Like for example, as shown here, if an AI is reading a book and it says, "How old is Joe?" and then the answer is, "He is 10 years old." The AI needs to be able to connect the fact that he refers to Joe. And we have a video over here which shows an AI that converses with people.
So how can I help you? Hi, I'm calling to book a women's haircut for a client. I'm looking for something on May 3rd.
All right, in case you guys didn't catch it, this is a Google AI making an appointment. So this is AI talking to a real person, and we're gonna see how the AI deals with different situations. Oh shoot.
So how can I help you? Hi, I'm calling to book a women's haircut for a client. I'm looking for something on May 3rd. Sure, give me 1 second. Mm-hmm. Sure, what time are you looking for around? At 12 p.m. We do not have a 12 p.m. available. The closest we have to that is a 1:15. Do you have anything between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m.? Depending on what service she would like. What service is she looking for? Just a woman's haircut for now. Okay, we have a 10 o'clock. 10 a.m. is fine. Okay, what's her first name? The first name is Lisa. Okay, perfect. So I will see Lisa at 10 o'clock on May 3rd. Okay, great. Thanks. Great. Have a great day. Bye. See how may I hear you?
Hi, I'd like to reserve a table for Wednesday the 7th.
For 7 people?
It's for 4 people.
4 people when?
Next Wednesday at 6 p.m.
Oh, actually we reserve for like after like 5 people. For 4 people you can come.
How long is the wait usually to be seated?
For when, tomorrow or weekday or?
For next Wednesday, the 7th.
Oh no, it's not too busy. You can come for 4 people, okay?
Oh, I gotcha. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
So as you can see, we've already made some pretty big advancements in the terms of like natural language understanding. But as you probably noticed, there's some pretty awkward moments. And you guys also have to realize that these AI were specifically programmed to say those specific lines. If you were to take the same AI and try to make it talk to someone else, it would completely fail. And who said that? Oliver, yeah. Doesn't know slang. Well, it doesn't, which is why it's a weak AI, because it wouldn't understand slang in a different kind of conversation.
And AI can both positively and negatively impact the society. For example, in the future, we might end up in a future where AI takes over the entire world and takes over everything because we create strong AIs and they overpower all humans. Or we can end up in another reality where AIs take over all humans' jobs because they're simply better than humans at everything, and humans don't have to work. You have to think about this. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? And all information will be in the hands of AI in the future, as you'll be inputting your information to websites and other places. So is this a good thing or a bad thing? Is it fair? As people may go out of jobs due to AI in the future as well. So it's an important thing to think about in the future when creating AI.
I'm also sure that many of you have heard about like privacy invasions caused by AI, caused by like Facebook, etc. So there are a lot of ethical issues that lie within artificial intelligence. So even though it helps a lot of people, people might also be against it because of how much it'll end up controlling them.
Oliver, I saw your question in the chat. Will AI only understand slang if you program it to? Yes, exactly. AI will only weak AI will only understand what it is programmed to understand. All right, here's another poll. Do you guys think AI will benefit one group of people over another? In other words, will the advancement of AI be unfair to some people? Wow, a lot of yeses. So most of you seem to think that AI will benefit one group over another. I think we'll look more into that as we go on. We're going to look into like more specific examples of AI's impact on society and this economy and everything really. We're looking at what we're going to discuss machine learning and who it can help, AI's effect on the environment, and AI's effect on the job market and society as a whole. So first, we're going to talk about machine learning. Machine learning is a very, very powerful and versatile tool. So the definition of machine learning is the application of artificial intelligence that provides systems the ability to automatically learn and improve from experience without being explicitly programmed. So pretty much it makes AI be able to learn by themselves without us telling it to. This would probably be a very important component of making strong AI, but it's just that we can't make a powerful enough machine learning program. There's a video kind of explaining how machine learning works.
As a kid, I was really inspired by the explorers. I grew up in Seattle, and Lewis and Clark were kind of heroes locally. And I wanted to be an explorer when I grew up. As an electrical engineer, I would always look for new things that we can do that just weren't ever possible. And machine learning and research is an exploration. It feels like an intellectual exploration.
We've definitely seen a big uptake in the last 5 years in what machines are able to do compared to, say, the previous decade or two.
With the advent of a lot more data and a lot more computing power, we really can think bigger and sort of change the game about what kind of models we can envision.
The real world is actually very messy. Hard logical rules are not the way to solve real-world problems.
So machine learning is all about learning from examples.
Rather than writing 500,000 lines of code, we instead have the machine learn from observations about the world.
And we look through a bunch of these examples in the machine learning algorithm, maybe millions, maybe billions, maybe even trillions, to identify the patterns and generalize from there.
In the task of image recognition, we've been able to train models to take the pixels of an image and from those pixels, learn high-level features.
It starts to learn that if you see a cake and you see a kid, it's maybe a birthday party. If you see a cake and lots of kids, it's very likely a birthday party. That's essentially teaching the machines to do the perceptions that we humans are so natural and so good at.
You realize just how amazing humans are, just how amazing your 4-year-old is who can recognize faces.
Machine learning has really been the beginning of a big revolution in the field of speech recognition.
To teach speech recognition, how to interact with a noisy room, we use real-world sounds and we mix it into the examples that we already have.
Is it cold outside? Is it cold outside? Is it cold outside?
Now, no matter what the noise in the environment, our speech recognition systems can understand what you're saying. They can separate out one speaker from another.
With machine learning, we have now an algorithm that learns how to simulate a human linguist.
A lot of the language that we see today, it's very informal.
Blah, 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 blah. And they say, okay.
Interspersed with emojis and stickers. Now, with Google, we're getting to the point where you can have a much more natural conversation.
Any good Mexican places around here? Here you go.
The assistant product that we're building at Google uses the best of our machine learning techniques in speech recognition, image understanding, natural language understanding.
That's a promising direction for developing systems that can really navigate the mess of the real world. We wanted to make this an open source project so that everyone outside of Google could use the same system we're using inside Google.
There are lots of people who have made very, very creative uses of it without knowing a single bit of machine learning. So if they have the ideas, they don't need to do the heavy lifting that we've already done.
I saw a cool example where somebody used to have a cat going around their house all the time. So they trained a model to identify whenever the cat was there, and they would turn the sprinklers on to scare the cat away.
This elderly couple in Japan who ran a cucumber farm, and one of the big tasks is to sort the cucumbers into like prickly ones, less prickly ones, straight ones, curved ones, and it's actually a complicated task. So the wife would spend many hours a day sorting cucumbers. So the son picked up a computer vision model and was able to build a system to categorize the cucumbers and sort them automatically. All the time wasted sorting cucumbers is just going to be used in much better ways.
387 million people with diabetes are at risk for diabetic retinopathy. It causes blindness. The way that you can find signs of diabetic retinopathy is by taking pictures of the back of the eye. But there's just simply not enough doctors, and it takes hours for an interpretation. So we trained an algorithm that can read the images right then and there. The algorithm can help the doctors get more people screened for the disease.
The more you see machine learning and the kinds of things it can do, the more you see opportunity for it to improve people's lives.
You can use machine learning to save power at significant scales, even track the spread of diseases and epidemics.
We could use a computer vision model for everyone who's visually impaired.
We could make speech recognizer for everyone on the planet and drastically improve the experience of millions and billions of people.
I don't see any area of science or even of human endeavor that learned systems can't help with.
If you'd asked me a few years ago if a computer would be able to do this anytime soon, I would have said, I don't really think so.
It's very, very empowering to imagine what's going to come.
We're thinking thoughts and doing things that, no man has ever done, and sort of setting forth and setting foot in really new intellectual territory here.
The promise of AI and machine learning is that we can actually produce solutions to previously unsolved problems that will really help people.
Hopefully you guys know a bit about what machine learning is. Based on the examples given in the video, who do you think this machine learning can help? You can type your answers in chat. Scientists, yep, for sure. You can use it to make different scientific discoveries. Matthew says everyone with access. I guess that's true. I guess what I'm trying to get at is who has access to these. Oh, 2 doctors in a row. Yep. Farmers for sure. A lot of doctors. Anyways, before we go on the next topic, do you guys think AI actually has a big impact on the environment? You guys can vote in the poll. Wow, almost all of you think AI does have a big impact. Well, next slide we'll discuss how AI has impacted our environment.
AI has both had positive and negative impacts on our environment. First of all, machine learning is very powerful. It requires a lot of technology and energy to maintain it. In 2013, as it says here, the US data centers overall consumed an estimated 91 billion kilowatt hours of electricity, which is around 35 large coal-fired power plants, which is a lot of energy, which is going to waste just for machine learning. And old computers that go out of use due to new AIs being created aren't recycled properly sometimes and eventually turn into waste. However, AI does have some positive impacts on the environment as well. Google's DeepMind AI algorithms decreased the power it took to cool down Google's data centers by around 40%. AI can also help keep track of the environment to see whether, for example, glaciers are melting deforestation is occurring or there's forest fires nearby. It can help you keep track of the environment. And it also helps find more efficient ways of providing energy to the right places at the right time, which helps reduce energy waste. Hopefully one day the benefits of AI to the environment will outweigh the harm that it does to the environment. AI is also AI is also AI has also taken over a lot of manual labor, such as farming. In the past, around 1,000 years ago, everyone used to be farmers, and over it dwindled down slowly. However, just 4 years ago to this year, it's gone down a lot more, as no one needs to farm anymore due to the fact that AI can take over completely. And AI takes over a lot of people's jobs, and it allows humans to specialize in other fields, which AI can't help in. However, this also does have negative drawbacks, as many people are put out of jobs, but sometimes it could help people go and specialize in other fields. And AI might be slower than humans, but they're very cheap and they don't cost nearly as much as humans, so people think it's worth it to use them. Some examples of these are self-driving cars and professional workers such as stock traders, journalists, lawyers, and doctors. So type in chat, what do you guys think are some jobs that are not able to be taken over by AIs?
Making AIs, that is true.
So like this is probably why a lot of your parents tell you to go into computer science or whatever when you grow up, so that your job isn't like overtaken by an AI. But also, if everybody eventually ends up in computer science, then I guess that'd be kind of boring world. And that would just give a greater chance for AI to like take over the world because we keep making it more and more powerful. But I think that nearly every job can be taken over by an AI, but let me know if you disagree.
All right, second question. With all of these jobs being taken over by automation and AI, who do you think is most affected by automation? Like which group of people? Like rich, poor? All right, so you guys are saying a lot of like manual labor, I guess. I saw a couple of poors. You guys are pretty much right. If AI takes over these manual labor jobs, and a lot of like the or underprivileged will take a huge hit, while the rich stay rich, and the poor have their lives harder. And this is something we have to consider when making bigger advancements in AI. It's a very, very important issue.
Also in the chat, I saw that somebody said that the president of the United States can't be taken over by AI. But I honestly disagree. Like if you saw in the video where they had a conversation with the haircut person, they responded pretty well. So as long as there's a person maybe monitoring the AI, I think they could definitely be president.
All right, well, I actually kind of want to get like another poll in. I want to see if you guys think we should let robots take over jobs of factory workers. I'm predicting a lot of no's. Wow, you guys are almost evenly split again.
You can say your reasoning in the chat also.
I want to talk about my opinion on this one, because this is something that I think is really, really interesting. So I'm not sure if you guys have ever learned about a basic principle in economics, but which is basically that, so you have a supply, right? And you have a demand, right? So you have a certain amount of people who demand, material products, and then you have a certain amount of suppliers. And if suddenly the technology for making things goes up, then suddenly there will be a lot more of that product, and then the price goes down, right? Well, here's the issue. So let's just say we do let the robots take over the jobs of factory workers. Even if they become so much more efficient than factory workers, doesn't really matter, because if they make so many new products that nobody needs because the demand isn't as high for it, then what is the point, right? So then the other thing is you have to think about is the fact that the factory workers, they make the money, right? They make money by like working at their job, right? And then they're the consumers. They're the ones who then buy the products. But if they don't have jobs anymore, the robots, they make things, but they don't buy anything. So suddenly you're going to have a big problem there too, right? You won't have the consumers. So those are two different things that you have to think about when you approach this question. So those are just my 2 cents.
Just bouncing off what Philip said, my answer to this question would probably be no, because although AI could probably perform jobs better, we still need to support the working class of America, and also we don't want to get too much demand in general. So yeah.
It's a very interesting topic. All right, well, these are some other interesting AI examples. These are some examples of AI where you probably wouldn't think would exist. Simple, in AI making art, pretty fishy to me. But there's an AI that's been programmed to make African masks. These are masks that the AI produced. How it worked is it was given 9,300 different African masks to, I guess, process and look at, and then a generator creates a combination of pixels, and then something called a discriminator determines if that combination of pixels is a mask or not. They're kind of small, but these are what the AI thought were masks. As you can probably see, it's not very good, but the fact that AI is even able to create something that resembles art is pretty surprising. Also, there's AI in music. There's this singer, she was on American Idol, called Taryn Southern, and she co-created an album with AI. So pretty much she used AI to create like the track, and she sang on top of a track created by AI. So probably something of the future. Today we don't really have time to show this video, but pretty much talking about how AI can help in the future. AI can help collaborate with musicians to create music. AI in health research. There's machine learning can help create treatments for patients based on previous data. So AI can help decide if you are sick, then what sickness you have, and also how and what medicine you should take to get rid of that sickness. This would have a huge impact. It would save a lot of time, a lot of money too. Also, there's something called Ike trucks. I think it was on the previous slide. This thing right here, it's a self-driving truck. Uses LiDAR, self-driving technology. It's it can help drive cargo around the entire US. It's pretty cool. Also, AI in agriculture. It's AI called Grow Intelligence, and it predicts what crops to plant and when to plant them to maximize their price and make more money. All right, well, we're gonna play the Kahoot now. If everyone could go to kahoot.it, we're gonna have a Kahoot competition. Hopefully you guys know, or at least have used Kahoot before. So yeah, if you guys could join Kahoot, this code on the screen. Oh yeah, please use your real name. Don't use your real name, but at least make sure you use the same name each class, or else there's no way to keep track of your points if you would. Alright, give a couple more seconds.
You gotta wait for people, guys. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but in high school, the most hype part about virtual learning is when the teacher uses a Kahoot and they play the sound. That is like the most hype thing we've ever done. So I don't know if that's just us.
Okay, is this everyone? I know we have 82 people, but we only have 64. The rest of you just not want to play. It's fine if you don't want to. Probably gonna start it now. Last call. No. Okay. First question. What is intelligence? Good job, everyone. All right, congrats, Charles, for being first.
Our second question, which one of these is not an example of strong AI?
Nice job. All right. Oh no, Charles, second place. Matthew. Nice job. All right. Third question. What are the 5 big ideas in AI? Make sure to read each option closely. All right. Thank God no one answered green, because that would have been kind of bad. All right, nice job, guys.
All right, fourth question. Which of these is an example of perception?
Guys, remember, perception is describing how AI interacts with the real world. So music generator and assembly line, they don't really interact. They just do what they're told, but they don't react to anything. So self-driving cars, Alexa, they react to images, different obstacles, and then also speech and sound. Okay, Charles. Yeah. job, guys. This is a pretty important thing. Just remember, machine learning to automatically learn and improve from experience. I think those are the two key things: automatically learn and from experience.
What are some consequences of AI?
All right, robots taking over the world. You know, we never know, but just so you guys know, the probability of robots actually taking over the world is very small. So nothing to be scared about. So also, it won't destroy the environment. Yes, it does have a pretty negative impact, but it won't destroy it. Oh no, Charles. Alright, good job. Remember, I showed you guys that example of the African masked AI? It's proof that AI can create art even though it's not that great, but you know, we're getting there. What even is psychiatry? It's like psychology, therapy, like I guess therapists and stuff. Jessica Y on a hot streak. Nice. True or false? Face filters are an example of perception. Remember guys, perception to do with cameras and seeing stuff. So face filters requires a camera, so it has to be perception. What is something AI developers must consider when creating AI? Good job, guys. So yeah, creating AI or actually any advancement in technology would actually you need to consider all the moral impacts. You know, it's pretty high level stuff. And again, the chance of AI going rogue is pretty low, so you guys probably shouldn't even worry about that. What is natural interaction? Remember guys, the ability of AI to interact with its environment would be perception. Natural interaction would be it's able to interact with humans, not with its environment. All right, this one's a doozy. See if you pay attention to the slideshow. actually remembered. That was kind of unfair, but you know, we'll see who wins. All right, congratulations, Mary, for winning. Congrats to everyone. Thank you all of you for coming to our first lesson in AI 101. Hope you guys enjoyed today's class.
Wait, for the top 5, can we have the top 5 stay afterwards? All right, you guys know who you are. Thanks.
All right.
Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. Again, this is next Friday, also at 5 p.m. And we can't wait to see you there.
Everyone, bye.